When history is the best teacher. Israel is again teaching war lessons. Yesterday Israel announced a ground operation which it withdrew on the grounds that they had a communication problem. The first law of the army or county in war situation: you never publish moves or informations about of the army's movements even if you are a civilian. Once again, as in the Six-Day War, the Israelis, relying on one of the most ancient techniques, deceived Hamas. In the book The Art of War of Sun Tzu, he himself mentions in an excerpt that everything in war is a deception. May 13, 1967 falsely informed Egypt of the concentration of 11 to 13 Brigade of Israel Defense Forces are ready to attack Syria. The move of Egypt was to concentrate her forces along the border with Israel. The same happened with Syria, Jordan and Iraq. Important was that the Israeli media was publishing false reports that Israeli soldiers was on vacations and that Israel Air Forces was carrying training flights as usual. Even the pilots of Israel Air Force learned about the operation 5 hours before. June 4, the Egyptian air defense was off. Nearly 200 aircraft of Israeli Air Force attacked 14th Egyptian airfields and caught Egypt off guard. The result, at the end of the second day, the Israelis had destroyed 416 aircraft, of which 393 were on the ground, while they had lost 26 of their own fighters and 21 pilots. What happened to this Israeli move? According to Israeli media, the invasion was a ploy by the Israelis to force Hamas fighters into the tunnels to seek refuge. Israel reportedly had a very good information of the tunnel sites and it bombarded them with thermobaric bombs. About 160 fighter jets and UAVs attacked the outskirts of the city of Gaza, mainly aiming to hit what the IDF calls the metro. The Israeli Air Force hit 150 targets.